Wagner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I have to say that I was really surprised to hear that attack on Judith Collins by the Honourable Annette King. Her attack on Judith and a conflict of interest because of her husband. Because wasn't this the same member who had a husband who was the CEO of a district health board earning over $200,000 worth of health money when she was the Minister of Health? I think people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. But, Mr. Speaker, it is my absolute pleasure to talk about the Blue-Greens, Nationals Environmental Group and Nationals Environmental Achievements. Because the Blue-Greens philosophy is something that New Zealanders understand and support. Blue-Greens know that caring for the environment and growing the economy can and must go hand in hand. And we also understand that it's the government's job to run this country well and to ensure the wise use of our natural resources in a way that supports the well-being of both the environment and the people of New Zealand. Blue-Greens know that environmental decisions must be based on good science and resource use on sustainability, and that the tough decisions about our economy and about our environment can be dealt with by involving appropriate stakeholders and a collaborative approach. Because Kiwis, when it comes to the environment, want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Now, we know that the quality of life for New Zealanders is predicated on the intelligent and sustainable management of our environment, because the two major economic drivers, the industries, the places that create the jobs and pay the wages, agriculture and tourism, are both predicated on a clean, pure and unpolluted environment. No one wants to visit a dirty country. Nobody wants to buy food from a polluted land. And that's why the Blue-Greens are working hard to maintain and improve environmental outcomes in New Zealand. And we've made great progress. We've made progress in reducing waste, in cleaning up the air, in cleaning up contaminated sites and long polluted water bodies. We've insulated homes to cut emissions, and we've increased renewable energy, and we're expanding pest control to protect our magnificent birds. But we're also tackling the really tough environmental challenges and have introduced, for the very first time, 3 important pieces of legislation. Legislation to better manage fresh water, the first ever framework to protect the oceans of our exclusive economic zone, and a new bill to mandate environmental monitoring and reporting. Firstly, we're absolutely focused on improving water quality. And for the first time, we have a national policy statement on fresh water and a national objectives framework. That's been built on the Land and Water Forum, which is the collaborative process, and it's a significant step change to deal with this issue. Secondly, after 50 years of oil and gas prospecting and drilling in New Zealand, without any environmental protection, I repeat that, without any environmental protection, we have introduced world's best practice rules for anyone working in the exclusive economic zone. And this much needed protection was voted down by the Labours and the Green. And finally, our environmental reporting bill will drive better environmental outcomes for the long term, because for the first time we'll have good quality, long-term monitoring, which will provide comprehensive quality information to show trends, highlight issues and test solutions, and find the facts to make good environmental decisions for the future. Thank you.
Kevin Haig.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.